how young Midoriya has been viewing his life, ever since the recent current days, versus junior high. So, if you don't know, I'm a part of, a very difficult government process, lately that has you view things, a different way for, specific and several reasons. My old name used to be Riz Key, and I changed it to Blue Tricks in order to be more professional. So this is all about my early days while I was going to junior high school, where I was a victim of being, molested under a sexual deviant. If you don't know what a sexual deviant is, a sexual deviant is somebody who gets, things like pussy, girlfriends, acceptance through things outside society, like, a wardrobe, a clever, punch line to change the tide, being very charming, but not being in the society, not being considered other person. And what happens to a girl if she fucks somebody in middle school is, she gets kicked out of school. Like what happened where Ashley, Hernandez, she was gone for multiple months on end. Things like Julie, Lily, girls aren't appealing for a whole year, and the same could have happened to Alma. I knew Alma got kicked out of school for something. And Alma could have ended up on a farm just like Uncle Sonny. What ends up happening in order to make things, even and definite for kids on the outside, literally is, if you're a sexual deviant, 9 times out of 10, you end up living on an island, like Paige Ascati, McKinsey, etc. That's where we have the Netflix show Outer Banks. Outer Banks is based off, my island full of sexual deviants. So young Sasuke, had his play in junior high, but one thing that I was confused about, and one thing that, I'm not willing to say in public, is the public nudity aspect of this video. Where it comes to Victoria, and when they're making jokes in PE, and all of a sudden she sucked my dick, and the way my dick jiggled, literally, looked like one of their jokes and shit, and every single day, the reason why Matt Bitchy caught me off guard is the exact same reason why Victoria said it hurt, and that shit fucking, really hurts. I don't reveal my dick size on fucking YouTube and shit. Now, literally, any fucking dick can jiggle, any dick can do what mine did, literally, any dick can be a gummy worm. So how you originally view things is, a kid in junior high not being able to make a joke, which is obviously better if you had the same tools, which is obviously why I owned them as freshmen. So there's a mystery character called Sabrina, who's the same as Davida, who, the same thing, grounded on me first thing. And she has a friend named Angelina or Angelica or some shit, who could be the partial cause of this. It goes to you, Thurg with Matt Chance, Matt, Miller, all the way to a point, Matt and Miller, all the way to a point where you see Arena every single day, the same girl who you ask out every single day, you see wearing orange. Of course Arena slept in you, this and that. Of course Devere slept in you and shit. Hey, ain't no hard times, literally. I already got Matt back at the bar. And I personally owned Ashley as freshmen, so literally I was like, it's whatever. But the perspective that literally that people are shoving down my throat during this process is really, really irritating. Oh, Arena wore orange just like Goku. Literally, well, you did give me praise in school for listening to bands like Yellow Card. Literally, the story between me and junior high is all of a sudden you're so immature, you have, a tendency, in a record of trying too hard to fit in. Then all of a sudden, when you grow up, you realize they stole both your iPods, and Justin was talking about I don't listen to no good music. And the shit that, I play with, Max and, Matt were playing hockey on TV, please don't take that seriously. That's just a part of, media and propaganda. Me seeing me on TV have token, twerking at South Park don't mean shit. I'm like, where's the nightclub? Where the fuck is the nightclub? And me and my crews were talking about it. There's no need for a nightclub because we're getting close to virtual reality. Literally, those little Yu-Gi-Oh characters, literally, just started to pop up on screen. Literally. And with the power of my Moonbase, it could be even better. My Moonbase can support, virtual reality. There's nobody checking in. There's nobody checking in from NASA. There's nobody, double checking. Nobody double confirming shit. So, Sasuke just gave up. Beatson family was the end of humanity. You see the way these nerds cheat and storm? Literally let them get away with all that shit. At least the Beatson family was animated, but we can't compare them to the early days because of rape. Literally, so it's really, really is tragic. Literally, you're saying I have to rape in order to have a personality? Literally, you don't have to be a puberty in order to understand the devil wears Prada. Literally, this is how all media works. You see something less than what you viewed before in seeing Vegeta. Literally, you like your president's outfit colors in school? Now your president's outfit colors are lawyer colors. Just pretend it's Android 17. I'm sorry, but that's actually how the real world works. Literally, that teaches you focus and did that, converts over into martial arts. So, Eris, slash Sasuke. Sasuke is, literally perfectly, content with his adjacent journey. So when you try to say things like, oh, Mr. Fletcher knocked me out, Mr. Fletcher uses the void when fighting, literally, I'm not going to add multiverse theory in videos because multiverse theory, could be subjective, especially when it comes to a blood gang. It definitely does exist, but, a blood gang can trick you to say whatever he wants, literally. But multiverse theory is technically true on paper. Definitely true in infinite universes like Rick and Morty and Family Guy, especially when Stewie goes back in time. That's a part of the multiverse. I won't say anything. I don't claim anything. I don't claim anything's official. And that's why I'm able to live my life. It's getting closer to the end of my channel because I can't keep on handling bullshit, and I'm letting the fans know, I'm letting the fans get involved that this shit is stressful. Being a media entertainer is a very stressful job. So this whole idea came from me trying to customize phones like, the Zoom. Literally, I don't know if it's a zoom in or something, but I used to have a whole, thing where I used to customize cover art and backgrounds. Literally, like if I download something on LimeWire, iTunes, etc., it came with a blank background. Literally, I would add my own background to it. I add my own, cover art, to it, and I'll download songs like Yellow Card. I'm like, hey, I want Chocolate Zoom, and this is how Sasuke's journey arc began. And people started hating on him, in junior high and middle school. When he got to high school, and started saying that he needed to take, meditation, that he needed to play higher sports, that he needed to get involved in higher sports, a higher way of thinking, literally. And that customizable shit, that's the whole reason why I made Fortress. The whole reason why I made non-Fortress or Gothic Vampires is so we can get away with being linear, so we can get away with customizing our own shit. And people are like, nah, I'm not having it. I'd rather have their time behind the martial arts position in society without having martial arts going deaf. People do is they nail you down like if it was on a cross, and then they say that you're not consistent. Well, the reason why they got consistent is because they constantly got consistent handouts, which isn't really good. That means you're a military mecha mob member and you're failing. Literally, you have all the power of machinery and you're still failing. That's how you view shit. That's how Justin Wiseman views shit in junior high, not high school. And the whole course to think about why flow is better than being elaborate. Literally, because the air roast thing is this. Literally, we're gonna properly represent, and that gets in the way of flow. And so their excuse is, through all these 4 years that you were material, what was the one thing that we're criticizing you about? Your flow. When they didn't listen to E40, and literally, this shit sounds dead on the real Slim Shady. No. Literally, you think it sounds like the real Slim Shady? You're smoking cracker pots, Riz. I'm like, oh, okay, Stone, you can have that. You burnt just like the curse mark of Sasuke. Hero power so smart as shit, Riz. Why are you thinking about me in all those videos? Literally, when your reader is smaller than mine, I'm sure that makes me gay. There was one way I for sure knew I got laid in junior high. Literally, when I was watching my favorite show, Code Geass by Jay Ling, while I was trying to tell my brother that I got better at roasting. So you get one concrete validation that you got laid in junior high, then you get roasted with a whole bunch of more jokes on top of it. You know what that means? That means I'm not being intellectually stimulated. I'm only, being able to force to play off intellect. And when you're not being intellectually stimulated, that means, you're not wearing the pants, you're not on top, you're not being respected. And respect is, a really big thing and goes far where it comes to having sex. Because if you're having somebody who has sex and doesn't respect you, that means he does you as a tool. That doesn't mean it's not pleasurable, but it feels way better to be a man and know that you're on top, and know that you're not being a bitch, knowing that you're not sucking up to a bitch, in order to make actions, so, it feels way better when you're, confident, self-control when you have sex, In order to have sex, you have to be a dominant figure. Why society criticizes you, like literally, she's paying for the event, she's paying for your car, she's paying for your gas and everything. When you're gonna be independent, and that does hurt. You're supposed to, put away to a certain extent when you're a guy. But with lions, where it comes to lions, where it comes to the male species, the male stays at home and the female goes out, chasing and hunting for food. Literally, that's not the same in the U.S. But anyway, this is Young Sasuke, and this is how I view junior high.